iron will, titanic work and the desire to win. The qualities of true Paralympians. We will talk about people without limited opportunities. Life is unpredictable. Each person has his own destiny. In a multifaceted society, you can meet those who are experiencing some difficulties. Despite that, they gather their will and go for sports. Ardak Otarbayev is a professional Paralympic sportsman, a member of the National Paralympic team. Numerous victories were the result of 4 years of hard training and thirst for new heights. However, a car crash became the reason why he reached his achievements. In 2006, I was a regular person. I had a job, I had a girlfriend, Gulsum, and I was going to marry her. I bought a car, I saved some money for a wedding, and in 2006 in August I went to my parents' house in the village. One day I was driving at night. I was in a hurry because I had to go to work in the early morning to be on duty. At the time the road was not good there. There were a lot of pits and stones. I caught one pit and flew off the track at high speed. Because of a vertebra fracture, I went to the hospital. After 5 operations, Ardak had to move with the help of a wheelchair. Support of others and a yearning for the old life helped to overcome difficulties. What happened did not interfere with the creation of the family. Today, loving spouses raised their 8-year-old son Yarasil. The head of the family always looked for employment opportunities. He worked in the Center for Citizen Services. He was the host of the social television project, the social affairs advisor to the Akim of one of the districts of the capital. Driving his own car, which he independently converted to manual control, helped him to succeed in all matters in the big city. Once Ardak brought his friends to practice in sports and ballroom dancing, and while waiting, decided to watch their classes. Since then, his sport life has begun. Then I saw a person without a dance partner, meaning there was no partner in the wheelchair. I only saw Aliya Maidanovna. She saw me, and at once she did not even ask me if I want to dance or not. She immediately took my wheelchair and brought me straight to the parquet. Let's go, we don't have one dancer in the stroller, you can replace him.
My coach came up to me and said, "You have no choice. Here's the man, he came for the first time to dance. You have 1 day to practice, and tomorrow we fly off to Moscow." Naturally, I was not very happy about this. The person came for the first time, he did not even try, he was just sitting and observing. And one day, as I got to know Ardak, I understood the person is capable of a lot of things. As you can see, the result speaks for themselves. I see in him only a champion, only gold medals. I hope we will achieve this together.
And they will. After all, the World Championship is ahead of them, and Ardak is not one of those who lose. Today, his successes inspire and give hope for self-realization to many people.
Ardak never stays in one place, he is always on the move. When he comes home, he immediately starts doing house chores. I tell him, please rest, you worked all day, it's too much strain on your back. It is our family slogan, go forward and only forward.
After training, we warm up for about 10 to 15 minutes. And already afterwards, we start dancing. It was just a feeling, dancing, spinning to this music, to this rhythm, and you have such relaxation and you get pleasure from it. forgetting about the fact that you are sitting in a wheelchair. The National Paralympic Committee is popularizing sports among people with disabilities in our country. With the help of the organization, Kazakhstani athletes participate in international competitions, physical culture activities are actively conducted, sports equipment is acquired, and foreign specialists are also involved. In Kazakhstan, the number of developing summer Paralympic sports is 11 and winter 2, among which a pair of ski races and a pair of biathlon. At the same time, it is planned to develop new directions in winter sports, like curling and a pair of ice hockey.
Our committee plans to develop and introduce new types of sports. For example, I can proudly say that we have so actively embarked on the development of winter sports, in principle very fashionable in America and Canada, /hockey. Now, it is a good time to enroll in this or that section while absolutely not spending the money. Sports clubs provide variety of sections absolutely free of charge.
The achievements of the national Paralympic athletes demonstrated the need to justify the status of Paralympic sports at the legislative level. Today, the normative acts on physical culture and sports are supplemented by a new article on the national Paralympic movement. This change provides for the strengthening of the Paralympic movement in the country. The national Paralympic movement is recognized by the state.
Today, the Paralympic Committee has received a legal status, an authority to promote the Paralympic movement in Kazakhstan. People with disabilities are registered in our law and can actively participate in sports. We hope for great progress, and that people with disabilities will also actively participate in sports and will be involved in the social life of our country.
Ardak is active not only in sports, he likes to help people. If in the first half of the day he trains people, in the second he is working in the Center for Independent Life DOS. Here, people with physical limitations can learn craft, creativity, find friends and interlocutors. It was here that Ardak, together with his colleagues, decided to create a new social project, Investo. Young people repair equipment for the disabled. Masters provide their assistance to everyone and free of charge. This is a new acquired profession because we understand each other, we understand what people like us go through, what kind of difficulties people like us experience. We now want to start a stage work. We want to call up people who are sitting at home with wheelchairs and visit them at their homes to twist, tighten, lubricate their wheelchairs so that their strollers will last longer until the next change of stroller. This interest moves me forward, and it's good when we have done everything with the guys, gave them to parents or a person who needs them. They'll tell us, thank you very much. Everything is done free of charge for them. It nourishes us, their thank you, their gratitude, their smiles. They give us a great power.
Они нас питают еще больше силой.
The plans of Ardak Otarbayev are the most ambitious. The competition among Paralympic athletes is growing, which undoubtedly motivates everyone to develop. Ahead of him are the international competitions, cups and medals. He also plans to learn swimming and tennis in a wheelchair.
Инвалидный спорт нужно поднимать в нашем государстве, в нашей стране.
The sport for disabled needs to be supported in our state, in our country, because our state is just developing, and we, on our part, should develop most of the sports that a person with a disability can participate in.
Заниматься инвалиду, человеку.
The history of talented Paralympians serves for all as an example of inexhaustible optimism, great striving, and brilliant results. The life position and strength of the spirit of athletes prove that there is no limit to the possibilities of a human being. The life position and strength of the spirit of athletes prove that there is no limit to the possibilities of a human being. The Paralympic movement invites everyone to join a healthy lifestyle.